Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night Randomzier on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, I thought we were going to just go over to Abyssal Guardian next, as he's the next major boss that we have access to. But apparently, we're going to be exploring Towers of the Twin Dragons for most of this part instead. Towers of the Twin Dragons is an area that you are required to have double jump in order to not actually access. You just need craft work in order to access it. But you are required to have double jump in order to make a majority of the progress that we would attempt to make in here, specifically for the boss of this area, Velik. And since we don't currently have double jump, we are just going to be exploring a lot of the first half of Towers of Twin Dragons.
Long ago in all the ancient stories, the double jumper born would steal the power of all the double jumpers, and he would become the next Olympic gold medalist.
No, Past Gerdat, you can't come up here.
I mean, you did. But there's a chest over here.
Yes,
it had
scrambled eggs.
It got eggs! Yes, we've done it. We have breakfast now. Ha.
The problem, of course, being that, well, we can't... yeah, we are now stuck here. We can't...
I've never seen Castlevania do this.
Yes, you have. You have seen Castlevania do this clock tower gimmick.
Or like circle, like, you know, this kind of ring around the rosy, you know, Pokemon Puzzle League 3D type of scrolling.
Yes. For the record, Aria of Sorrow attempts to do this. It does it over several rooms though, instead of just a single room. But yeah, we can't stay here because, yeah, we can't use our reflector array, which is our substitute for double jump.
Well, why can't we use the reflector ray though?
Oh, it's just disabled.
Oh.
You see, on the 3D rooms specifically, the two main mobility shards.
So that's why you need double jump.
Yeah. The two main.
Okay.
No, it doesn't matter because we can't actually finish climbing the tower. We need either double jump or a reflector ray or dimensional shift in order to finish climbing all the way up. We can get a bunch of the treasure chests that are up here, but we don't actually need any treasure chests in order to finish the run right now. Sure, getting an additional potion is nice, but not actually required for anything.
In that case, I would have rather been blocked at the onset so that I didn't have to come all the way up here just to find out I had to turn around and get something.
Well, that's the thing. The whole reason why we're able to get up here at the moment, yes, that is my controller spazzing out, is because we've got access to reflector ray. Normally you would not have reflector ray at this point. As a point of order, you have to kill Velik before normally in order to get access to reflector ray, because Velik guards the silver bromide, which you need in order to access the train, the glutton train area. And this is where we had to turn around? Or use a waystone? Yeah, because we cannot make that jump and we cannot warp up.
Yeah, because warp depends on a straight line pathway, and that is not a straight line. It actually veers to the right a little bit on the Z-axis.
So, we waystoned out.
Homeward bone.
Except it costs us actual resources in order to use our waystones, as opposed to the homeward bone, which is does homeward bone actually cost resources? I don't think you ever covered that.
I think eventually Dark Souls, like it's hidden in the game, like the homeward bone for free. Actually, wait, no, they never give you a homeward bone for free. They would never do that. That would be the dark sign. The dark sign is always available, except it comes at the great cost of leaving behind all your experience. As a comparison to this game, yes, it is very much definitely a homeward bone. That's a consumable.
What are we transmuting this time?
Yep. I'm showing a bit off of the dismantling menu to show off all the kind of weird shit that we ended up pulling.
Stone thaw. An inhuman carapace. The steel breastplate.
If we actually could, you know, take advantage of the crafting menu, there are quite a few things in here that I would have liked to have had access to for the run. But to be perfectly honest, We don't really need it. I think the flame mail specifically would have been really goddamn nice, but as with the gunman's scarf, but
Petrified.
yeah, we should be fine.
Tell me, what exactly is
Yes, this is one of the earlier story segments that that you can get from Johannes if after you first meet up with Alfred in the castle.
Has the power to summon good spirits.
We will not be going after Alfred this run because he is, in the he is in the Forbidden Underground Waterway, and yeah, we don't want to. Well, actually, he's in the Hidden Oasis, which is beyond the Forbidden Underground Waterway, and I don't want to go all that far down.
Key researchers come up with some wild ideas.
All right, off to save, and then we're gonna go back up to Livere Ex Machina.
So, are we arriving at another, we're trying to summon Ganon type plot, but because the actual summoning ritual was supposed to summon something else, but we just changed the script to say that, no, we're going to summon Ganon instead?
No, actually, the Library of Gaiath is actually written in Enochian script, which is the script of angels. What the Library of Gaiath is actually doing here specifically is Alfred is carrying it around, trying to banish the castle back to hell, because the castle that's here has been summoned by Gremory, who is one of Solomon's 66 greater demons. Look, there's a lot of Judeo-Christian demonology going on here. Suffice it to say, shit is fucked up, and we have multiple factions trying to make things right.
That is a very fast gear. Is near the books. This library is weird. So I see that Amazon had very early start in storage and retrieval, especially for books. One of their earliest prospects, magical bookcases.
You say that, but that's what the Kindle was.
Centuries ahead of its time, really.
Alright, over this away.
Smash this,
Have
smash
to use
that.
the reflector ray to get up here.
Jump.
Alright, this room specifically is very annoying because we have to use the reflector ray in order to get onto this other set of rotating bookcases.
Tell me about it. We got all these books and no time to read.
The reason why this room specifically is annoying is because of all the maledictions that are flying around and that can petrify you. That's a mimic. And no, I don't know if there's any specific thing that makes it look different from a normal healing item chest. I just know from experience that one is a mimic.
And now the player will spend the rest of the game concentrating on keeping his demonic chest paranoia out of his game.
Actually, no, because there aren't enough mimics in the game for it to actually be all that big of an issue. Come on, there. I knew about this hidden wall, and I'm trying to access it now. Come on. There.
We're gonna need a longer ladder for these books. Down the hatch. Right, so if the chest appears to be too easy to grab, then it must be a fake. If you have to go out of your way,
no.
If you have to go out of your way and then turn around, it's probably not a fake.
No, that is not that. Okay, this is a puzzle that we do not actually have the ability to
Damn it.
solve because you need craft work in order to solve this puzzle. Here is me attempting to show off this puzzle any damn way. What you need to do is bring that bookshelf that we dropped down here all the way across these shifting platforms. If you succeed, you get access to another instance of either, I think it's either Shortcut or Silver Knight normally, which I don't know what they've been replaced with at the moment.
Timing. Timed jumps.
Now there's another chest over in this room, as well as another chair mimic. And you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about other chair mimics either. Although there are several more chair mimics than there are normal mimics in the game, chair mimics will always have that particular sprite, and they will always be in rather conspicuous places.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, what the hell is a chair? You're gonna go up to it and hit it, and then come to find out it bites back. No.
Actually, a majority of the chair mimics are, well, rather, a good portion of the chair mimics are actually helpful for Miriam because they allow her to gain access to areas that she wouldn't normally get access to.
That guitar player was so upset that she died that she started smashing her guitar in frustration.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me!
Poor Tomoko Death.
I'm a fire in my arrow. Oh, damn it.
Tomoko Death actually has one of the more interesting conjure shards, but it is a shard that I don't actually, I've never actually bothered to use. So there we go.
Well, we are coming to the close of a very short playthrough. I imagine it's going to be a theme in these next 20 non-consecutive minutes of gameplay. Is a lot of reliable favorites and omitted seconds.
I missed the jump trigger.
It's okay. There's a spike pit below to remind you that you should probably get the jump trigger right next time. Well, okay, and the game is just scrolling down to her legs.
No. Well, here's the thing: the game is not actively scroll. The game isn't scrolling there. What's happening is in order to actually use reflector ray, I have to use the right analog stick. But one of the ways in which my controller, being a broken piece of shit, is actually a good thing is that I can actually have my right analog stick focused on the up position constantly without having to release it. Now, what this does on the pause menu is it actually has the model for Miriam shift downwards. I'm not entirely sure why it's shift downwards. I think it's supposed to be shift up. But yeah, inverted camera.
Inverted camera, and so all it just gives you a chance to make sure that you're accessorizing correctly.
There we are, slaying the Thunder Elemental, and then over here we have yet another save room.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Now I have to use the reflector ray to get up here again. That's the one big major thing that I had issues with this run is I'm not actually all that comfortable using reflective ray as my double jump substitute. It works, yeah, but it's not comfortable for me to do.
At least it's a thing you can do. To the game's credit. Oh, boss time.
Yep. Hello, Abyssal Guardian.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now, just because Abyssal Guardian is big doesn't mean that he's actually a threat. As I will demonstrate here, although he hits relatively hard, a lot of his attacks are really well telegraphed. And then you have the Void Ray attack, which is this one, where you can just sit on him and deal massive amounts of damage.
Yep. Learn thy patterns.
Whoa.
Yep, that one you evade back, but you still got hit by the afterplay. So he's going for it again. Wait a second.
There we go.
Flames disperse and then smack him in the face. Wow, he punches at that exact same spot every time.
Yeah, because he can't actually move. The room is too small for him.
I mean, he can go for it a little bit. Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's okay. A lot of dragon bosses are supposed to be more intimidating than actually difficult, in my experience.
That is also my experience. Be safe, everybody.